The mystery is solved, the one you've been waiting on. Unfortunately, not the quarterback mystery. I'm Barry Tramel along with OU writer Ryan Aber. We're here at Owen Field on a Tuesday evening when we've learned that the pride of Oklahoma, the OU marching band, will not drastically change the pregame fanfare, which is good news to a lot of Sooner fans. Alas, we can't give you any information on the quarterbacking. Bob Stoops still saying the competition is open. Ryan, we're counting down to Bob's timetable of later in the week. Trevor Knight, Blake Bell, but there seems to be a lot of momentum for Trevor Knight.
Absolutely. Multiple reports last night had Trevor Knight winning the quarterback battle, but Bob Stoops once again today said that that was not the case. He hadn't named a starting quarterback, but it seems like Trevor Knight is making more and more of an impression as we go along. We had glowing reports on him in December, and it seems like those haven't let up here 11 days before the season opener against Louisiana Monroe.
Bob Stoops also said today that this OU offense will not look drastically different than the one we've seen the last several years with Sam Bradford and then Landry Jones. That one we find hard to believe because the one thing about Trevor Knight and Blake Bell is their mobility, their ability to move around. I got to believe this offense is going to have some drastic changes from what we've seen.
Absolutely. Both of these guys can move around a little bit. We saw what Blake Bell can do. Trevor Knight's a little bit faster, can get on the outside a little bit, and they've got to take advantage of that, especially with the experienced offensive line they have. You've got to think that we're going to see those quarterbacks moving around a whole lot more than we have the last few years with Landry Jones, Sam Bradford, and those guys under center.
Bob Stoops sort of shot down the theory that maybe he'll play two quarterbacks, refused to even address it seriously, he said use the Dumb and Dumber line. So, yeah, there's a 1 in a million chance. So he seems to be set on picking one guy, but it looks like Bob is pretty intent on writing this out. He gave us a few clues, said, for instance, that these guys are alternating days. You know, one day one will go the entire day with the first team offense, and the next day the other guy. So it looks like he's really given both guys the very best chance they can to win the job.
Absolutely. It looks like he split things up. For instance, yesterday Trevor Knight ran with the ones. Today it was Blake Bell, giving those guys the chance. And he also said, I thought it was interesting, that he's looking for as much as the guys working with the number twos to elevate them as the number one guy. So that's something to keep an eye on here in the last week before the game.
Whoever quarterbacks the Sooners will have some experienced tailbacks. 4 seniors in the backfield ready to carry the ball. We talked to 2 of them, Damien Williams and Roy Finch. Here's a little bit of what they had to say.
I know my talents, and I know the gifts that God has given me. It's just the coaches want consistency, you know, on and off the field for you to play here. And I know that, you know, I could play, you know, with the best of them. I'm just ready to go out there and prove what I can do, and just be more consistent on the field. So
we're looking real great. You know, guys are competing. Guys, you know, everybody's trying to get on the field, and guys are flying around. You know, and I feel like us being so competitive, you know, when we go against somebody else, I'm afraid of what's going to happen.
I feel like the coaches are going to put us in the right spots and kind of give us the touches that we need. And you know, if all of us get 1,000, we get 1,000. You know, but I just feel like we all can do that because we're special players like that. And you know, we just have to just continue to just work hard and take pride in, you know, having the best backfield in the country this year. That's why I try to talk to my guys about it all the time.
So that's it from Norman, where the band has been settled. The fanfare remains largely intact. The quarterback, still a mystery. We'll give it to you as soon as we hear. Stay tuned for further OU football coverage here on News OK and every day in the Oklahoman.